So I'm walking into my first period class for high school, and it's French class. And we're all walking in, and we look up, and there's just no teacher. And apparently, there's just no teacher for the first 10 minutes of class. So we're like, okay, that's fine. I guess we're just like, if the joke that if the teacher doesn't come in 15 minutes, we're legally allowed to leave or something like that. I don't know if the new gen knows this, but our generation, Gen Z, we knew what was up. If the teacher wasn't there, we get a free vacation after 15 minutes or something like that. I don't know if it was real or not, but it was something to look forward to at least. Anyways, we ended up getting somebody walking into the door 10 minutes into class, so just 5 minutes short. And she goes, yeah, so apparently the French teacher that we were supposed to have resigned 2 weeks ago. And so we have to just sit there and wait for them to hire a new teacher. So, French class just ends up becoming a study hall. And for the next month, we just never had a teacher, and it was just a complete study hall, which is awesome. We just ended up, I ended up doing work because I'm a nerd. And a lot of people just started playing games, Shell Shock, Bonk. I started coding some stuff, I just, whatever. There was one girl behind me who was playing Fire Emblem. So we'll call her Fire Emblem Girl. She'll be relevant to the story later. And so, after a little bit, we finally get a teacher. He's this old French guy. We'll call him Mr. P. I think he's from Quebec, and he teaches Quebec French, or he knows Quebec French, but it's about the same at a beginner level, so it's not super important. So anyways, Mr. P walks into the class, and he's a super chill guy, super sweet guy. He just doesn't care about anything. He's like, yeah, you guys can do whatever. And he ends up going over the first two verb conjugations, which is to do and to go, ve and fe, for the next 3 or 4 months. I cannot tell. It's actually crazy. I'm not even joking. And it's all in present tense, so it's just, we've been doing 2 verb conjugations for the past, I don't know how long. Anyways, 3 or 4 months go by. We're not learning anything in French class. In fact, we're sometimes watching movies. He made the mistake of letting us watch Ratatouille in English because we convinced him that it was French enough. And from that point onwards, French class was ruined. Nobody wanted to actually learn anything in French because it's like, oh, we're watching Ratatouille. When are we watching Ratatouille? Are we watching Ratatouille today? Oh, why can't we watch Ratatouille today? And so, I think he tried his best, but there was too many mistakes that happened, and we're a bunch of high school freshmen. We're just not trying to do any work. Dude, yeah, French is crazy. And also, dude, biggest fumble that I had in French class in high school. It was February 14th. The day is coming up now, but Fire Emblem Girl sitting behind me. We've been talking for a little bit. We play talking about games that we play. I play Pokemon. She plays Pokemon sometimes. She plays Fire Emblem. I'm into Rocket League at this point, which is why I'm playing this right now. And so, I'm asking her. I'm like, all right, we're just talking and something. And then at the end of class, she hands me a card and some cookies and cream Hershey Kisses. And I guess it's cookies and cream because we were talking about what's her favorite flavor of ice cream or favorite flavor or whatever. And I said cookies and cream. And honestly, it's I thought it's pretty cool. But she gives it to me, and I'm like, oh, thanks. And I just didn't think about it. I was okay. No, I can't think about it anymore. No, this is so bad. I was a pretty smart kid, I think. I was very studious. I didn't get into much trouble. I got good grades, and I was just focused on getting good grades and then going home and then playing Rocket League and then repeating over and over again. So I had no idea what this actually meant. I saw it, and I was just like, oh, cool. I just got chocolate, and I just didn't even think about what day it was. I opened the card and it was Happy Valentine's Day. And I was like, oh, it's Valentine's Day. Thanks for the chocolate. And I just didn't think twice. I went on with my day. I went home, and I ate food and I went to bed, and then I came back to class the next day, and it's just like I don't know. I feel so bad because I have no idea what's going on in her head, because like I totally just like didn't catch the hint. Like I'm just like I don't know. This is like the hint is like it's a wide open net, and then I'm just like sitting in the backfield for like 20 seconds, and there's just nobody there. They're just trying to get me to score, and I just don't score. So like I just I just don't know what's happening. And I think like over the past 4 years of high school, like that net was still open, and I just never took that shot. Nor did I even know that the net was open to begin with, or I could have taken a shot. So I have no idea what's happening at this point. I guess I was just focused on getting good grades and getting grand champ, or you know, I don't know, something like that. You know, that's crazy. Like I know there's a lot of stories about guys, or just like anyone, I guess, being super dense when it comes to this stuff. And comment below if you've experienced the same thing. But like, man, it was so bad. I feel like a total brick, and I honestly feel bad for her. I'm like, it's just, oh my god. Can't think about it too much anymore. And she didn't even do anything wrong. Like it was just me being completely dense, and I just didn't see anything happen. And I imagine that she kept on trying, and I think she did over the past, you know, over 4 years of high school, and I just never caught it. So, oh man, yeah. Anyways, past Valentine's Day, I think it's March or April at this point, like two months left in the school year. We finally get a new teacher, and she's pretty chill. She actually tries getting us to learn French, but the problem is that at this point, like, nobody wants to learn French anymore. Like it's just bad, and like nobody cares, because we haven't been doing anything for the past like 7 months, and it's just cooked. Like there's just no way that anyone's going to be listening to her. So you know, we went over the usual. She let us watch Ratatouille again, which is again a huge mistake. Like that's just not good. We watched it in French this time at least, so at least it was maybe somewhat of a learning experience, although I don't think it was. You know, after that year, French was never really the same, because we had an actual teacher. We had the AP teacher teaching us for our French 3, 4, and 5 class, and you know, even though we had a good teacher, and a teacher that was been there for a while and very experienced, nobody wanted to do anything, because we haven't done anything in French for the past, I don't know, however many, like, year, I guess. And so at this point we were learning French like at half the pace, and we were a year behind. So that's why I ended up quitting at the end of junior year, and I ended up doing music theory instead. But that was crazy. I honestly, like, French is a language. I was super excited about French when I graduated from middle school, because the French teacher in middle school was awesome. He was the one guy that actually taught you the language, instead of, you know, just teaching you words and stuff. He taught you how to speak. And we went on a field trip to New York City, and we ended up talking to French at like the French market there, and it was really awesome. But yeah, you know, it is what it is. I still think back to that time in freshman year on Valentine's Day, where I completely missed the opportunity, and I didn't realize it until I think freshman year of college, where we were talking about just like people in high school and friends in high school, and just like stories and stuff. And I remember this experience that I had, and I just realized that I completely missed the signs and missed everything. Which is absolutely insane. That's the end of my French class stories. This is my first time doing this, so it's a little new to me, just talking in front of the microphone and just playing some games. So if you guys enjoyed, let me know, leave your comments, and I'll try to make some more videos like this. There's a lot of stuff happening, and life has been always changing, and I think it's pretty important to document it all. And so this is why I'm doing this. I'd like to document everything and look back on it maybe, and have other people also look back on it. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. See you later.